Warning signs days before a heart attack. Did you know that a heart attack doesn't come out of nowhere? Instead, your body might start sending subtle warning signals days before the actual event. Imagine your heart whispering warnings long before it screams for help. That's right, the symptoms leading up to a heart attack can be quite telling if you know what to look for. These early signs can be easy to overlook, but recognizing them could be a game changer for early intervention and potentially saving lives. In this video, we're exploring the 10 sneaky symptoms that might appear days before a heart attack hits. Discover the hidden signs your body could be sending you and learn how to catch these crucial warnings before they escalate. Let's start with the first symptom. 1. Unusual fatigue. You're getting through your day, and suddenly, you're hit with a wave of exhaustion that seems disproportionate to the activity you've done. It's as if an invisible weight has settled on your shoulders, making even the simplest tasks feel Herculean. This kind of unusual fatigue isn't just about feeling tired after a long day, it's a sign that your body might be trying to tell you something crucial. When fatigue sets in with minimal activity and refuses to lift even after a restful night's sleep, it can be a red flag for underlying heart issues. Unusual fatigue often manifests as an overwhelming sense of tiredness that doesn't seem to improve with rest or sleep. You might find yourself struggling to keep up with daily routines that once felt easy. This fatigue is different from the typical tiredness you might feel after a busy day. It's more profound and persistent, often making you feel as if you're dragging through every moment. The science behind this is linked to how your heart is functioning. When your heart struggles to pump blood efficiently, your body doesn't get the oxygen and nutrients it needs, which can leave you feeling drained. This type of fatigue is a signal from your body that your heart might be working harder than it should to maintain normal function. Recognizing this symptom early is crucial because it can be a precursor to more serious heart conditions, including heart attacks. It's your body's way of alerting you that something isn't right. If you notice this kind of fatigue persisting without a clear cause, it's important to take it seriously and consult a healthcare professional. 2. Pain in the chest. Ever experienced that nagging feeling in your chest, like a constant, dull pressure or a sense of fullness that just won't go away? It's more common than you might think and could be your body's way of sending a critical warning signal. This isn't the sharp, stabbing pain that often flashes across our minds when we think of a heart attack. It's a more subtle, persistent discomfort that may come and go. But don't let it fool you, this pain is crucial to pay attention to. People often describe persistent chest discomfort as a dull ache or a feeling of heaviness rather than acute pain. It might feel like a tight band around your chest or a constant pressure that lingers, sometimes worsening with activity or stress. What sets it apart from ordinary chest pain is its radiating nature. It doesn't have a clear trigger. Sometimes, it might ease up for a while, only to return without warning. This type of discomfort can indicate heart issues, particularly when it persists over days or weeks. It's linked to the way your heart is functioning and how well it's pumping blood through your arteries. When the heart struggles to supply adequate blood flow, it can create a sensation of pressure or fullness in the chest. This isn't just about discomfort, it's a sign that your heart might be under stress. If you're experiencing this kind of chest discomfort frequently and it doesn't seem to have an obvious cause, it's essential to take it seriously. While it might seem mild or manageable, it could be an early warning of more significant heart problems, including angina or even a heart attack. Ignoring it or dismissing it as something minor could mean missing an opportunity for early intervention and treatment. 3. Shortness of breath. Imagine being in the middle of a conversation or relaxing on the couch, and suddenly you find yourself struggling to catch your breath, even though you haven't been physically active. This unexpected shortness of breath, especially when it happens without any clear reason, is more than just a problem. It's a crucial sign that your body might be signaling a heart issue. When you experience breathlessness during everyday activities or while at rest, it's not just a minor inconvenience, it's a significant red flag. This sensation often feels like you're not getting enough air or like you've run a marathon even though you've barely moved. It can be alarming, especially if it's a new development or if it seems to worsen over time. Shortness of breath can be a sign that your heart is struggling to pump blood efficiently. When the heart's function is compromised, the lungs don't receive adequate blood flow, leading to a buildup of fluid and resulting in difficulty breathing. This symptom often accompanies other signs like chest discomfort, amplifying the urgency to address it. Understanding this symptom is crucial because it's not just about feeling winded. Persistent shortness of breath could indicate heart failure or other serious conditions that require immediate attention. If you find yourself breathless during routine activities or even when you're resting, it's essential to consult a healthcare professional to rule out or manage any underlying heart problems. Your breath and your well-being deserve to be taken seriously. 4. Nausea and vomiting. Have you ever felt uneasy or found yourself unexpectedly running to the bathroom to vomit, with no obvious reason why? While these symptoms are often chalked up to something you ate or a stomach issue, when they occur alongside other signs, they might be pointing to something far more serious, like a potential heart issue. Unexplained nausea or vomiting can be more than just a gastrointestinal upset. It can sometimes be a subtle signal from your heart, particularly when it appears alongside other symptoms such as chest discomfort or shortness of breath. Your stomach and heart are more closely connected than you might think. When your heart isn't functioning optimally, it can lead to a cascade of symptoms that affect the digestive system. Nausea and vomiting during a heart problem often occur because the heart is struggling to maintain adequate blood flow. This struggle can send signals to your digestive system, resulting in a feeling of nausea or actual vomiting. This connection is why these symptoms, though commonly associated with stomach issues, should be taken seriously when they appear with other heart-related signs. If you experience unexplained nausea or vomiting, especially if it's out of the blue and not linked to any dietary issues or illness, it's important to consider it as a potential indicator of a heart problem. The presence of these symptoms alongside others like chest discomfort or shortness of breath could mean that your body is trying to alert you to a significant issue that needs medical attention. 5. Unusual sweating. Imagine finding yourself drenched in sweat even though you haven't moved a muscle or been exposed to any heat. It's not just an inconvenience, it could be a significant warning sign that your heart needs attention. This type of excessive sweating, especially when it happens without physical exertion, is more than just an unusual occurrence, it can be a critical indicator of heart issues. When sweating becomes excessive and occurs without a clear reason, such as exercise or a hot environment, it's often described as cold and clammy. This is different from the normal sweat you might experience during a workout or in a warm room. Cold, clammy sweat can happen even when you're sitting still, and it's a signal that your body is under stress, often due to problems with the heart. This kind of sweating is related to how your heart is coping with its workload. When the heart struggles to pump blood effectively, it can lead to a drop in blood pressure or decreased oxygen supply, which in turn triggers the body's stress response. This response can cause you to sweat excessively as your body tries to cool down and manage the internal stress, despite not being physically active. If you suddenly find yourself sweating profusely and it's not due to any obvious reason, such as high temperatures or strenuous activity, it's essential to take note. This symptom, particularly if it occurs alongside the above-mentioned signs, could be an early warning of a heart issue that requires immediate medical attention. 6. Pain in the left arm. People who have already survived a heart attack may have experienced a strange ache or pressure radiating from their chest to their neck, jaw, shoulders, or even down their arms, especially on the left side. This kind of discomfort is more than just a weird sensation, it can be a critical warning sign that your heart is in trouble. When pain or discomfort spreads to other areas of the upper body, it's often an indication that something more serious is going on with your heart. This kind of referred pain, particularly on the left side, occurs because the heart and surrounding nerves share the same pathways. When the heart is under stress or not getting enough oxygen, it can send signals of discomfort to other parts of the upper body, making it feel like a dull, aching pressure radiating outward. The science behind this is tied to how your heart and nerves interact. When the heart suffers from a lack of blood flow or increased workload, it can manifest as pain or discomfort not only in the chest but also in areas like the neck, jaw, shoulders, or arms. This happens because the nerves that connect to your heart and those that extend to your arm share similar pathways. This discomfort often feels like pressure or tightness rather than sharp pain, and it can come and go or persist over time. If you're feeling this kind of discomfort, particularly if it's new or intensified with activity, it's essential to take it seriously. Listening to these signs and acting promptly could make all the difference in your heart health and overall well-being. 7. Feeling of dizziness. Have you ever noticed suddenly feeling like the world around you is spinning or that you might faint, even though you haven't been standing up too quickly or doing anything strenuous? This unsettling sensation of dizziness or lightheadedness, particularly when there's no clear cause, is more than just a fleeting inconvenience. It could be a vital warning that your heart needs attention. When dizziness or lightheadedness strikes unexpectedly, it's often a sign that your body's blood flow is compromised. This feeling can make you think you're about to faint or that you're on a carnival ride, even though you're perfectly still. It happens because your heart isn't pumping blood efficiently enough to supply your brain and other vital organs with the oxygen they need. This symptom occurs because reduced blood flow or irregular heart rhythms can interfere with your balance and spatial orientation. When your heart struggles to deliver a steady supply of blood, it can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure or a temporary lack of oxygen to the brain, leading to dizzy spells or lightheadedness. If you have a fainting experience, especially if it happens frequently or alongside other symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath, it's crucial to take it seriously. This symptom could be a red flag for underlying heart issues that require immediate evaluation. 8. Swelling in legs and feet. Some people notice swelling in their legs, ankles, or feet out of nowhere. Do not ever ignore it, as it can indicate a major issue like heart problems. This kind of unexplained swelling, especially if it's new or unexplained, could be a signal that your heart is struggling to function properly. When your heart isn't pumping blood effectively, fluid can start to build up in your lower extremities, leading to swelling. This condition, known as edema, often begins gradually. You might notice that your shoes feel tighter or that your ankles and feet look puffy by the end of the day. This swelling can also be accompanied by a sensation of heaviness or tightness, making your legs feel like they're weighed down. The science behind this symptom is all about how your heart works to keep blood circulating smoothly throughout your body. When your heart's pumping action isn't as strong as it should be, blood doesn't flow as efficiently, especially to the lower parts of your body, like your legs. This causes blood to pool in the veins of your legs, creating increased pressure. As the pressure builds up, the walls of your blood vessels can no longer contain the fluid, leading to leakage into the surrounding tissues. This leakage results in swelling, which is medically known as edema. Edema is often gradual and can be accompanied by a feeling of heaviness or tightness in the affected areas. In some cases, you might even notice your shoes fitting tighter or your socks leaving noticeable marks on your skin. This fluid buildup is more than just uncomfortable, it's a sign that your heart may not be functioning at its best. If you're experiencing this kind of swelling, particularly if it's new or worsening, it's important to take notice. Ignoring it or attributing it to less serious causes could mean missing out on early treatment that might prevent more severe health problems. 9. Lack of sleep. Ever found yourself tossing and turning in bed, struggling to drift off, or waking up multiple times during the night, only to feel completely exhausted the next day? It's frustrating, right? But what if I told you that this kind of sleep disruption could be more than just a bad night's rest? It might be your body's way of signaling that your heart is under strain. Changes in your sleep patterns, like having trouble falling asleep, waking up frequently without a clear reason, or feeling like you haven't truly rested despite a full night in bed, can sometimes be linked to hidden heart issues. When your heart isn't working as efficiently as it should, it can actually affect your sleep in surprising and subtle ways. For example, if your heart isn't pumping blood effectively, it can lead to symptoms like shortness of breath or discomfort at night that disrupt your sleep without you even realizing it. You might wake up feeling tired, but not fully understand why. Poor sleep quality can often be tied to heart conditions, such as heart failure or even sleep apnea, which is a condition closely related to cardiovascular problems. If your heart struggles to maintain proper blood flow, it can cause fluid to build up in your body, leading to discomfort that keeps you restless through the night. This creates a vicious cycle where lack of quality sleep leads to fatigue, and fatigue puts even more strain on your heart, making the situation worse over time. By paying attention to these sleep disruptions, you can help catch heart-related issues early on. Many people don't realize that their sleep and heart health are so interconnected, but getting to the bottom of what's causing your restless nights could be the key to improving your overall heart health. 10. Anxiety and restlessness. Imagine feeling a sudden wave of anxiety or an overwhelming sense of impending doom, even though there's no apparent reason for it. This intense, unexplained anxiety isn't just about feeling nervous or stressed, it could be a crucial signal that your heart is experiencing trouble. When heart issues arise, they can sometimes manifest as severe anxiety or a sense of dread. This isn't just typical stress or worry, it's a deep, unsettling feeling that something terrible is about to happen, even when there's no clear cause. This connection between heart problems and anxiety can be both confusing and distressing, making it hard to pinpoint what's truly going on. Medically, this type of anxiety can occur because the body's stress response is closely linked to cardiovascular health. When the heart is under strain or struggling to function properly, it can trigger a heightened stress response, leading to feelings of anxiety or panic. This reaction is often a result of the body's fight-or-flight mechanism being activated due to the heart's increased workload or irregular function. These feelings could be a sign that your heart isn't performing as it should, and addressing them promptly can be crucial for your health. Recognizing these 10 early warning signs can truly be a game-changer when it comes to managing your heart health effectively. Identifying these symptoms before they escalate into something more serious can make a significant difference in your overall well-being. If you or someone you know is experiencing any of these signs, it's crucial to seek medical advice promptly. Early intervention is key to preventing more severe complications and ensuring that you get the appropriate care in a timely manner. While we've covered these 10 important symptoms, it's essential to remember that there could be more symptoms. Thank you for watching and taking the time to learn about these critical warning signs. Stay tuned for more valuable information.